Great finish. It was a poor defensive error from Watman there, but he takes the gamble. You know, he takes the gamble that he's going to pass back to the goalkeeper. He does. Pope's in no man's land. And he dinks it over the top of the defenders on the line, but it's a poor defensive error. Eddie would be disappointed with that because they dominated up to that stage, but then they took over from there. They had some confidence, Jermaine. They really all of them started wanting the ball again, didn't they? Nottingham Forest players. It looked like they were really settled into the game, but what a finish that is. I've seen you do that many a time.
That is brilliant. Just go with Trippier there. Great finish.
It's a lovely chip, isn't it? But is it the run that he makes? He continues that run, as Tim says, to make the most of the mistake that Newcastle made.
Yeah, I think as centre forward, you have to gamble. You have to be willing to just anticipate, if any, you know, because defenders make mistakes. And like I said there, but even when he gets, he's still got a lot to do. You know, there's two bodies on the line, and you have to. I think that was probably the only finish that he could try. But to execute it like he did was fantastic.
Talking of the only finish that you could try, is that a similar case for Isak's goal? How difficult was this finish to improvise?
Well, you just said it there. You have to improvise with a finish like this because I think he actually sees it quite late, to be honest. You see here, and it's just like you said, just improvising to direct it back to, you know, where it's come, and, you know, a fantastic finish. But we said at the top of the show, you know, he's someone that will get into those sort of areas where you're going to score, and, you know, when he gets a chance, he puts them away. To be fair to him.
Great run from Willock again. He does well to dig this out to the back post. I mean, if Isak carries on his run, he's going to run beyond it. So he has to stall himself and just hangs out that big long leg, and it just comes off the shin, and he steers it into the far post. You see it here, hits him on the shin, but he's having to stall. He's on the shin, but luckily this time it's not off the crossbar.
Sometimes those finishes are the best ones. We don't have to think about it. Just instinctive.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Comes
Brilliant.
so natural to you. That's the only thing you can do in that situation.
Yeah, but the way he's improvised there was brilliant. Great finish.
Could have been more for Newcastle, though, Tim. Before that goal from Isak, Newcastle hit the woodwork a couple of times.
Yeah, a couple of times. They kept pushing. They were a very clever free kick here. Isak thought he was off the mark. Would have been an own goal. Come off the defender. He just smashes it across. I thought that hit Aurier's hand there.
Yeah.
And they were very lucky. You know, another competition, the Champions League, that would have been given. But they kept on going. Longstaff with a shot here just gets another deflection. Navas is beaten, all ends up, and it comes off the crossbar. But they finally get their goal in off the post, so maybe their luck has turned. They certainly deserve to be level, if not in front, Newcastle. I think they've been very good.
So half-time, it's 1-1. Would you say that's a fair scoreline to reflect what we've seen in the first half?
I think so, because obviously Newcastle, they've hit the crossbar twice. I thought Forest, especially when they got to go after that, you know, that sort of intensity on the front foot, especially being at home. But yeah, I think it's been fair so far.
OK, well, let's hope we see more of that entertainment to come in the second half, which is on the way for you next. A big 45 minutes for both clubs.